What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Eddy Live Show, episode 311. We have a returning guest, one of my good friends, the Jiu-Jitsu brown belt,
Yep.
Steve Shu.
All right. Hey, guys. How's it going? I'm Steve. All right.
Fellow Canadian man over here, yeah?
Love Canada.
Yes. God bless Canada, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got things cooking up.
Got things cooking up. Beautiful,
Yeah.
man. Dude, the last time I had you on the show, you had the idea of let's do, this jiu-jitsu tournament, and it ended up being coined Tapout Island, and now you've done. This is going to be the third one, I believe.
This is actually the fourth one.
The fourth one, okay.
Yeah,
So
because
tell
I
me
had
about
a
that.
theme. The first one was just the Tapout Island. The second one was something else. And the third one was when I had the 3-on-3 tournament. And that's why I know it's the fourth one, because I was like, the third one, what's a theme of 3? Because I'm like corny like that. And
Corny
I'm
guy,
like,
okay.
what's a 3? I was like, wait, how about I don't even remember when I first came on the show.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
2-3 years ago?
Yep.
5 years ago almost. So like
Something like that, yeah, yeah.
We were at Dynasty, and then we did
Dynasty, that's right.
Exactly. We did a tag team, and my wife goes, nobody does 3-on-3. I'm like, that is true. Let's do a 3-on-3 tournament. And that's why this one is the fourth one.
Okay.
And this one, I took out a little bit of a business loan, tried to elevate the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I created a belt.
I love that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna add gi division to it too, so it's gonna be tons of fun.
I love the belt idea because everybody always has that idea since you're a kid watching WWE or UFC.
Yeah.
Dana or whoever, wrap the belt around the shoulder. And so the belt is great, man.
That's the goal. That's the dream. Yeah.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah.
So I think your first few Tapout Islands were at your location.
Yeah.
And now you decided, let's go on neutral ground.
Yeah.
And tell me the thought process behind that.
Okay, well, the first, because before how I did Tapout Island before, it was like super fight, open tournament, super fight, open tournament. But the super fight part is getting so popular, it's outgrowing like my gym, right? Like I've been to my gym. Shout out to AZ Fight Club, just right
AZ,
here.
baby,
yeah,
let's
so
go.
It's like AZ Fight Club, so it's like our capacity at 50, we squeezed it to 100, and it was and like 80, and it was, you've been there. It got all right. It gets to the point where it's okay. This is getting marginally a little too crowded.
Yeah,
we need to take this, and a lot of my. Was a later talk about today too, right? A lot of my gym owner friends be like, hey guys, hey Steve, I love supporting you, but maybe it's time to think about taking this outside the gym.
Okay.
Because they are like, hey, it's hard for me to push your tournament within the gym that hard.
Got it.
When we always bring you to your gym, and it's not a neutral ground. And I was like, all right, let me bring it to a neutral ground and see how it goes. It may work, it may fail, but I do everything 100%. Assuming it will work, yeah.
I think that the neutral ground idea is good because I know that. Sir, again, when I coached soccer before, when you would go to different tournaments and sort of the home team, everything would always kind of feel a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
But if you have that neutral ground, it's kind of like, you rent a stadium or you rent a gym or you rent, a field or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like, everybody come here and let's just all, get it done. Because, definitely I've seen in many sports where people are not doing the neutral thing, the home team has like the judges of the parents of the kids are so it's very, very, I think that the neutral gym is like really welcoming. Yeah. And I think it's cool because everybody from Kaohsiung and stuff like that can come up, or from Taiwan or wherever. Yeah. I last week I went to Hualien and I met a South African guy who does barbecue out there.
Oh, I know that guy.
The Bry guy, right?
Is it a South African guy?
Yeah, South African guy, Bry guy. And we were chatting after the podcast, and he's like, I can't really drink because I'm going to go, I got jiu-jitsu. And I was like, what? I didn't know you did jiu-jitsu. And they got like a jiu-jitsu thing happening there.
Yes, yes.
Which is cool.
I see him. I met him a couple years ago. I forgot to catch up. Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, they've been doing, pretty well, he said. And so... Yeah, I'm gonna send everybody the clips, man. Let's get everybody here.
Everybody. Let's do it up. Yeah, that's awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Thanks
Beautiful.
For supporting.
Of course, man. It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
And I love it not just because you're a Canadian guy, but it's because I see you were thinking about the gym, and then you just said screw it and you went for it.
Yeah.
Which is more than like 99% of people, because most people will be thinking about opening a restaurant or opening a gym or doing something else, and they just never do it.
It's big hard. Shout out to the wife. Yeah, it is so hard.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
So maybe tell me a few things mentioning about how hard it is, some things that are different that you think, okay, I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, you know, super high level belt, well connected, national team guy.
Yeah.
Now, from that, transitioning to this plus gym owner.
Yeah, the gym owner thing, actually, I learned a lot in the past year, right?
Okay.
We get a little, like, emotional and things, but, like, you have Professor Dimitri here. He was here. He run a very successful gym in Taiwan.
Yes.
And, you know, now it's about promoting everybody else along with my gym. But, okay, going back to your topic about entrepreneurship, right? What I learned a lot last year was, because as anyone who knows me, like Steve is like, I'm a friendly guy now, but I'm usually like pretty intense, right?
Okay, really?
And I realized somehow that intensity is like getting into the way of my success as a gym owner. I never quite realized that, because I was thinking for the longest time, I was like, I win the tournament. I win the tournament. It's one more chip on my shoulder. I win the tournament. It's one more chip on the shoulder. And then my wife, lovely, but she's like brutally honest. She's like, you win so many tournaments, and our student is still like 5. And I was like, what went wrong? Because I'm like, I've been like, I win most of the time, and I win against people with a lot of very successful gyms and stuff. And I'm like, how am I not having any students?
Sure.
And she's like, oh no, you're like half. And it was like a tough lesson. It was like, oh no, I got to pull away from being a competitor a little bit. And that actually helps me with my business.
Okay.
Like, it's sometimes hard to see as a jiu-jitsu guy, just be like, oh no, I win this one, I win next one, I win the one after. I'm still this way now, right?
Yeah.
And like,
it's a hard thing to turn off.
Yeah, exactly. And it drives my wife insane, because I would be like, hey, because every time we'll like go back home and be like, hey babe, so like, we visit your mom? This is tournament on a Saturday. Yes. Maybe we could just go visit, right? But how I actually learned this lesson was last year. Last year I had like my worst birthday ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, my dog died, and there's like a lovely family dog. Shout out to Bobo. Rest in peace, Bobo. It's like,
rest in peace.
Yeah, so he was a family dog for 19 years. So like,
that's a long time.
I was So he saw me from like a kid to becoming a man. But the worst thing is the day. It's like this. Like, I think in Chinese we talk about 灵性, like it's a spirit. Like, there's a spirit to this animal, right? Like,
sure, of course.
We knew his time was up.
Yeah.
He stuck around until the day I got on the plane for my Asian championship again. Okay. Like last year. And then on the plane, he passed away. He literally like
he held out till you got out
and I got on the plane. My wife was like, we literally cremated him while you were on the plane.
That's tough. Okay.
And on top of that, I was like, all right, because like, it was a weird time, because I was super sad about my dog, but then I'm also super focused on the national team.
Yeah.
So I'll go, all right, I will delay this morning till the next thing, because I have a couple of things lined up, and then later I'll talk about it. So it was the dog dying, and then and so I went to the Asian Championship, and I usually never like get wiped before. Okay. Right? And last time I got wiped. Like, I lost twice in a row. I never lost twice in a row, and it fucking pissed me off, right? Okay. and then so, can I swear on the show?
Yeah, go ahead. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
All good.
And then so like, I was devastated, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to Canada. Mm-hmm. Because I was then testing for my black belt, right? I was like, all right, I win a lot of tournament. I think it's time for my black belt. I think I'm ready for my black belt. So I just keep delaying, because I was like, all right, the dog died. I cannot do anything about it. Delay it till the next victory.
That's tough, yeah.
And then I was like, okay, Asian Championship. I was gonna have best performance ever. Didn't have it. Delay till the next victory. And then, oh no, there was another one right afterwards. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna, and and then like I was previously mentioned, like last year my business was doing good enough, but then marginally surviving. So I had like very little left in the bank. It was like it was a tight pinch.
Yeah.
I have very little left in the bank, and then so I had to like my wife had to support me to go to Canada.
Gotcha.
Test for my black belt. Didn't quite work out that way. And I was like, all right, it's fine. Everything happened for a reason, right? And then so I was like, all right. I had the citizenship game right afterward because it's like losses after losses. So like I lost my dog. I lost at the Asian Championship. I didn't get my black belt. And I was like, all right. The fourth thing.
Okay.
God is not gonna be this mean to me, right? God is gonna line things up for my citizenship game.
Citizen meaning your Taiwanese citizenship?
Yeah, the
or
Taiwanese like
Taiwan ID thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Trinmingyun sports game, right?
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And for my gi, everybody know my gi is not great. Like it's competitive, but it's not the best, right? And I keep losing to like Luffy. Shout out to Luffy. And I I lose to the like Lian Junde, his sister is like the Asian game champion in judo, like a family of judokas.
A family of judokas.
He's like amazing, right?
Sure.
And I keep losing to him, and I'm like, and I'm all these guys. I'm petty. I cannot take losses. I don't take losses well, so I use it to motivate me. I was like, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Stars are aligned, and I get murked again. So and it was like almost like 2 months of depression, or like a month of depression.
Yeah.
Like it was like I feel like a zombie. I was just like because then all those losses, all of those disappointment rushed into like a singular point, and then like I couldn't take it anymore because I was like, because life usually doesn't hand you 4 losses in a row. Sometimes it does.
Sometimes when you own a business.
Sometimes it does.
If you own a business, sometimes it does. But yeah. But it's rough, man. But
yeah, it was like 4 losses in a row, and I was like,
yeah, it's rough.
And my wife is like, all right, because I was like devastated, and my wife is like, all right, try not competing for a year. And it's the hardest thing because every day I'm just like, I want to compete.
Like that rabid pit bull, sort of that rabid pit bull,
But now it actually turns out a little better.
Okay.
Like my relationship with people are better, right? Like because I believe that what I do right now with Tapout Island wouldn't be possible if I didn't take the 1 year off.
Okay.
Because I had to amend for my previous sins, right? Like I made some enemy along the way, and sometimes I had to bite down on my pride and be like, I know I was in the wrong. Let's be friends. Let's work on this together. And a lot of it turns out, right?
Okay.
I haven't amended all my sins, but then
no one has, brother.
No one has. But I have done enough of it where people are willing to help me now, and which is great, right? Yeah, but that's what I learned as a business owner, because I was like, I gotta separate my competitiveness into, because before, my excuse to myself is that my competitive drive is what keep the business competitive.
Gotcha.
But the competitive drive sometimes isn't very positive for business.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, like you want to drive your product, but you don't want to drive people. Especially, I'm such a people business. I will drive people away with my competitiveness. Too aggressive.
You feel like this guy's scary, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when I see you, you're always like super friendly. But I could imagine if you're kicking the crap out of everybody at every tournament, then people would be like, I don't want to deal with this guy. Maybe, I guess.
Yeah. No, I also kick the crap out of
community.
I also kick the crap out of my students too, right?
Okay.
Because they're like, Steve, like, that's why my wife got like, we have 5 stable students because you scared away the rest. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you literally like screamed at a girl. And she cried. I was like, it's
it's tough, but it's a hard thing, because that's, on one hand, that's life. Sometimes things are going to happen, right? And on the other hand, you have to be the business guy, and you always have to be like walking on eggshells a little bit.
Yeah.
Like for me, I learned that the hard way a long time ago, and I also went through something similar when we were new and we were in a Dan Shui restaurant. There was one point where like we were like broke and stuff like that. And I hadn't been home in like 5 years.
Yeah.
And I also, like, this one night, or day or whatever, I woke up in the middle of the night. my dream was that I was a kid playing with like my brother and sister,
Yeah.
and then I woke up just kind of like, and my eyes were just like, this is like, like gushed.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. It was just like I must have been crying in my sleep.
Yeah.
And my wife is like, "What's you okay?" I'm like, I don't know. She's like, "You should just go home for a month." And I'm like, "There's no money. How am I gonna go home?" And so we just kind of racked up the credit card. Went for a month. I went back by myself. It was the first time I went back home by myself ever.
Yeah.
As soon as I got on the plane, it was weird because I'm like, I don't have my wife with me.
Yeah.
But went back home, recharged a bit, came back, and then now now we're here. Now it's
I
it's
know.
good. But it's
look
tough,
at you
brother.
now, and
but
then
it's tough,
you
brother.
strive for it. Exactly.
It's tough.
It's
but it's
tough.
also the having the supportive wife is good because
Yeah.
you need to have someone that kind of like a yin and
Yeah.
yang, the Chinese thing, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to check you, right?
Yeah.
Because I also have that with my wife, and I check her because sometimes she'll be like,
Yeah.
hey, she'll just blast people. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
hey. Nobody's gonna want to work here if you
Yeah.
rip the shit out of them daily. So it's
Yeah.
like it's kind of like it's like a yin and yang thing. It's pretty cool, brother.
And things turn out for the better.
Yeah.
Big shout out to my Muay Thai coach Vince. One of the things he said is that sometimes running a business like a slingshot. You keep
Okay.
pulling, you keep pulling, you keep pulling, you keep pulling.
Yeah.
It always seems like you're going backwards for a long time, and then all of a sudden you shoot forward.
Yeah. That
And
makes
that's-
sense. That makes sense. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and that's how the business was. Because for a while I'm just like, my wife goes, what are we doing? What
Yeah.
why don't you just, because my wife is like, she's a realist. Like she lets me know. She's just like, at a certain point you gotta close the gym and you just got bite on the mouthpiece and work at a bigger gym, right? And I'm just like, no, this is my dream. She's like, well, you look at the numbers here. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then, but sometimes holding out, because last year it was real rough. I was like,
understand.
because I was thinking, and also I didn't realize that business was failing too. On top of those 4 losses I
Yeah,
had,
yeah.
which, if you hear about it, none of them was the concern for my business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which influenced my business. I was like, oh no, my business not doing well. My dog died. Didn't get a black belt.
Business was number 5.
Business was number 5, exactly.
Okay.
And I didn't even realize
You
that.
didn't realize that.
Right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then so things turned out for the better afterwards, which is
Yeah, I think one of the main things about being a business guy is because we're not doing the same business, but we're
Yeah.
both in the service business.
Yeah.
Like we're people. You got to have people coming in.
Exactly.
We always have to be like nice to everybody. Sometimes I don't know if it happens in your industry, but sometimes you'll have people come in and just say the dumbest shit to you.
Oh, I have
And I'm
that
like,
all the
God,
time.
oh man. So I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, and I just kind of smile. My wife is like, she will kind of like, don't say, she's gonna explode, and I'm like, you go to the back. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah. I'm sure you know more about Mexican food than me. It's all
Yeah.
good. No
But-
problem.
But
Yeah, it's rough. It's
sometimes-
rough. It's rough. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's different in the martial art business. I'm like,
Give me an example, maybe, because
Well-
for me, it's like food. Like, I went to San Diego. I had this one lady who we made these tortas ahogadas, like
Yeah.
these sandwiches, right? It's like a staple in Guadalajara, and that's
Yeah.
like one of my family's things.
Yeah.
So I put it on the menu as a special. This was years ago.
Yeah.
So Taiwanese lady comes in with her family. They're all eating. They're all, she's like, and she's like, I'll have the special. So I'm all excited. I make it, and I got the bread made and all that
Yeah.
stuff. She comes in, and she's just like, everybody likes their food, and she's just like, come here. When someone's like, and I'm like, first of all, you're snapping your fingers.
I know the snap.
It's like, hey,
It's like,
you're snapping your fingers at me. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
fuck,
like,
here
what?
we go.
I'm like, what's up? Is everything okay? She's like, all the other food is good, but this sandwich, this is not Mexican food. I'm like, well, actually, my family comes from Guadalajara, and one of the main like street dishes is this sandwich. It's like a drowning sandwich. I explained the whole thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, I lived in San Diego for 3 months. I know Mexican food. That's what she said to me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how about I just take it off your bill and then
that's nice.
And then I'm just like, and then we never talk again.
Exactly.
Because I got to go into the back and like decompress. Because what am I going to say? I'm not going to argue with this lady. She's a customer or whatever. But it's rough, man.
Yeah.
You give me one of yours now. You give me one of
Okay,
yours.
no,
Yeah.
the one of mine.
Give me one of yours.
Everybody
Give me
knows
one.
my reputation. Like, I go super hard at training. I'm trying to do better at that now, but it's just about separation.
You're the Hamza Chimaev.
Nah, I'm not really like. I think that's another thing, right? I think when you first met me, starting a gym at purple belt is a hard thing.
Okay.
Because when you start a gym as a purple belt, because jujitsu is a meritocracy-ish. So that's how this works. So then I'll be like, I know my shit, and people come test me.
Yeah.
But then I'm a purple belt. No one listens to me. Right? It's kind of like if you open a Michelin-star restaurant, but you only like a really good line cook. You may be the best line cook, but then if your previous work experience is line cook, they'd be like, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and then being like a brown belt is like a sous chef, and then being like a black belt is a head chef, and then it will make sense if you like make French food.
Gotcha.
Okay. But ever since I opened a business, I've been trying to like on my redemption arc, right? I'm like, hey guys, I know I did this wrong, and then I've been trying to do better. Even like the other day on my doing my this tour of Asian Championship, where I met one of the top purple belt of his name is Penny. Yeah, Yuan Xiang.
Penny.
Yeah, when we were younger, like years ago, I heard it. You guys are always going too hard. He just got on a national team. I was on a national team. I was like, everybody deserve 100%, right? And then I accidentally heard him.
And you injured him.
Yeah, I injured him. I injured him.
That's tough.
I injured him, and then I make amends and be like, I was an asshole. I was insecure. I don't know how to judge myself, and this is like, I always want to do it, but also a lot of times as a man, it's hard.
Yes,
especially
for sure.
In a fighting thing, as a pride.
Yeah.
But like this part is part of me that's real, but being a savage is also real too.
Yeah.
And now this is a similar situation from my end. That's another customer. So recently I joined Imanari Association under Professor Master Imanari.
Got it.
Like the inventor of the Imanari roll.
Okay.
Exactly.
I was gonna say Imanari roll. There we go.
Oh my God, rolling Imanari Sensei is an experience. He's a funny old Japanese man. He's hilarious.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know there was a guy. That's cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's the guy.
Well, he's the guy. Yeah.
Okay.
He's amazing. Shout out to Professor Imanari. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Professor
So everybody
Imanari.
in the jiu-jitsu scene knows about Professor Imanari. Know he's very good at leg lock. They know I'm pretty good at leg lock.
Yeah.
But then they say, "Oh, Steve now learn from," because I spent like 30 hours with him. Like,
Okay.
Because all right, if
In
he's
Taiwan or in Japan?
in Japan,
In Japan,
like
you
as
flew
my
over?
new teacher, I was like, all right, I want to make this like teacher and student relationship real, right?
Got it.
So I went to every single one of his classes.
Okay.
So that's like 30 classes in like
Okay.
6 days, and then he was like,
Wow.
"Why are you here?"
Yeah.
And then that also helped me with like the previous 4 losses thing I went through too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I'm a little crazy, right? Like I was so sad. I was so that.
It's tough.
And then when I train around like 15 hours in, so like the 3rd day, my body I had like double leg cramped. Like I was
Okay.
just like screaming in the middle of the mat because I was eating too little, training too hard.
Not enough water. Not enough.
Not enough water.
Yeah. Okay. Overworked. Overtrained.
And then I learned how to be grateful. Now going back to that. So I learned to learn jiu-jitsu from Professor Imanari. I'm also good at leg locks. There was this kid, because not everybody is friends, right? Like that's what I'm trying to promote, this Tapout Island thing. Everybody's friend.
Should be, yeah.
So a student, I'm not gonna mention the gym, I'm not gonna mention the name. Let's just call this guy Bob. Bob belongs to another gym.
Got it.
And me and that gym owner are good friends,
Okay.
right? And it's a little different in the restaurant business, because in restaurants, like today you can come to Eddy's Cantina, tomorrow you can go to Dreamer's Coffee next door.
Sure, yeah,
It doesn't, you buying a coffee doesn't influence you buying a taco here today.
Yeah. Not usually. Yeah.
Not usually, right?
Yeah.
Like, so he comes over and I was like, oh, okay, so
I know where this is going. Keep going.
So I was like, hey man, do you want to like, and then so I was talking to the coach. That's called the coach. That's called there's so many. That's called the coach. That's Coach John.
John and Bob. Let's
John
go.
and Bob, original name.
Very
So
Taiwanese names.
So
yeah.
me and Coach John, I was like, hey Coach John, like, did this guy leave your gym? Because I don't want to make sure I don't want to step on any toes and stuff.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
want to make sure he leaves on a good term. He's like, no, he's still part of the gym. I was like, okay, that's fine. Then I don't want to take your student from you. You know,
Yeah.
it's like running a club, right?
I understand.
So then I talked to Bob about it. I said, hey Bob, so I heard Bob say I used to train with John. I was like, oh, you train with John? He's like, I'm just here to learn the leg lock, and I'm gonna go back to John. I'm like, Wait, so you're not even gonna give me a fair shake as a service? You're gonna come, learn my best stuff, and then go back?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. It's like, is there a possibility? And I asked Bob, right? I was like, hey, Bob, is there a chance you're gonna do both? He's like, no, I'm only here for 1 month, learn your best stuff, and go back. And I'm like...
And they didn't even lie about it. Like, can't even lie about it. That's crazy. Okay.
And I was like, all right, maybe Bob is a little stiff. I talked to John about it. I was like, John, this is a little weird. He's saying this stuff to me. He's like, yeah, he's kind of a weird guy. He do this sometimes. And I was like, I tossed it to Coach John. I was like, hey, Coach John.
What can we do here? Yeah.
I was like, hey, what do you want me to do? He's like, no, it's up to you. What do you want to do? And I was like, all right, I'll let him. Since we are friends, I'm just gonna let him try out class for a week. Since he's a member of your gym, I'll allow him, and he's not thinking about signing up. I will not make him sign any membership. I'll just make him go back to your gym right after he come for a week for a trial, because you drop by sometimes too. We all train together, but it just seems a little weird.
Yeah.
Now, Bob is kind of an asshole.
Okay.
I assume so, was this attitude he came in with.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to prejudge anyone until I see him roll.
Yeah.
He was going pretty hard on me, and the thing is, I had my previous problem and my history is that people go hard on me, I go hard back, and usually end up hurting them. So I was like, all right. I was like,
try not to kill
every
Bob.
time I get angry, I'm on my redemption arc, right? I'm like, all right, this is a chance to prove myself. I'm not fucking crazy, right?
Okay, yeah. Got it.
But then Bob was going super hard on me. But Bob is just a blue belt, so I hold him back with like
take it easy,
relative
Bob.
Ease, right? Now Bob, I was like, all right. Then Bob later was one of my coaches.
Okay.
Popped his ankle, bruised his ribs.
Bob's ribs and ankle.
No.
Or pop the coaches.
Bob popped one of my coaches' ribs and ankles.
Okay.
And I'm like, uh-oh.
That's not cool.
That is not cool. Right? And I'm like, okay. Maybe it's a different thing. And then I see him rolling with my other white belt student, like not being very nice. And I'm like, all right then. So then I went with Bob again. And I like
wrecked him. Yeah.
He was gonna try out for a week. He tried out for a day, and I sent him back. I was like, I'm always like making him screaming attack. Obviously, like nothing malicious, like no heel hooks, but just let him know, hey, I will break you if I have to, right?
Yeah.
Because Bob was like breaking all my student.
Yeah.
Now I understand. I've been talking to the old heads, and because I've been talking to you like a lot, because I'm not unique to this situation, right?
Sure. I mean, that sounds like very
jiu-jitsu related.
But you also need, I think I think when you come in, you think you're the man, everybody needs to get humbled.
Yeah.
Everybody needs that.
Yeah.
And then when you look at like the top black belt guys, they're like the most mellow, chill, like a Brazilian guy.
Yeah.
He's just like, hey, everybody's exactly.
He's great.
He's just like chilling, like, hey, brother, Yeah.
Everybody is great.
Because they've all been smashed. All the way from white belt all the way to black.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
I think
man,
that's
just
normal.
Like,
that's
relax.
cool.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Let's just right. But I've been talking to my seniors in the space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then they've been telling me, oh no, that's because every gym owner, I'm sure they have met this like all the time.
Yeah.
Right. And my approach has always not been the best because it may damage my reputation because they're like, Steve is already crazy. Yet despite him going hard, hurting my student, I hurt him. I'm still crazy, right?
Yeah.
So it's not good.
Yeah.
But then also winning is a objective thing, right? So if he feels like he can beat me, then he will go back. Especially with somebody with this kind of moral character.
Yeah, for sure.
I smashed Steve.
Well, what he wants to do is say, I went to there and then I beat the coach or whatever, right? That's what he wants. Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. That's crazy, man. No. So that's, like I said, I'm obviously super low level, but I know that it's martial arts, like like jiu-jitsu and stuff. Definitely, people are getting smashed. Like you even listen to like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He was like like a massive, like a world class Taekwondo guy.
Yeah.
And then he was smashing everybody, and he's like, "Oh, let me try kickboxing." And then he got destroyed, and then he learned kickboxing, and then he became like a really good kickboxer. And then he's, UFC. He's like, "Oh, let me try jujitsu," and then he got destroyed, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's like, yeah. So it's basically
Yeah.
like,
So some of my seniors have been telling me that, hey, this approach is good. We can do
Yeah.
this approach till you're 40.
Yeah.
And then so I've been talking to a lot of older professors and like what they would do in this situation,
Yeah.
because I've been thinking about that day all the time.
"Oh, dude, yeah."
And then he's like, "That do this right, that do this wrong. Am I going back to my old ways of hurting people?" It's like, and then they go, no, I would do that too. But then they say, as older as usually do, you just tell them straight up to their face, "I'm not gonna roll with you." Just politely
Okay.
ask them to go out, right?
Got it. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you rather tell them, "Hey, I'm letting you go out," than, and they tell a story, be like, "Hey, I didn't even roll with the coach." Then they come here, you may hurt him, he may
Yeah.
hurt your student.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
And then the other approach is like, hey, you roll with him first. You deem him possible to roll with rest of your students. And I'm
Sure.
like, that's a good policy too, because
Yeah, because he can hurt your guys.
yeah.
right?
So probably like what I would do in the future is I'll roll with a guy similar to like this Bob guy first,
Yeah.
right? And I'll be like, oh, this dude is a problem. Hey, Bob, sit this one out, right?
Yeah, for sure,
Because I gotta
for sure.
have Bob smashing on girls, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's bad.
Yeah.
And some guys, I don't know if maybe they've just never been smashed because everybody's too nice, and so I think everybody needs to get smashed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I know.
I think
Bob is pretty-
Bob especially.
Yeah.
So F
All
you,
right.
Bob. So man, let's talk a little bit more about the Tapout Island before we go off. So August 30th. Tell me about the Tapout Island. What are we doing?
All right, August 30th, Tapout Island. We're gonna do gi and no gi, sub only tournament, and try to get everybody as much experience as possible. So I'm gonna do like a round robin. So like usually you fight you got 3-4 fights.
Yeah. So for the people that are watching that don't know, sub only means there's no rounds, there's no nothing. You just
there's
go.
no points.
There's nothing. You just go until someone taps.
Because Professor Makoto and the Taiwan BJJ team do a great job with the ASJJF.
Okay.
And like the national team go to do stuff with points. But that's not how I was taught to do jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I didn't even learn how to count points until 3 years ago.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
all my student jokes around me, be like, Steve doesn't even know how to fucking count, right? He's like, this is 3, this is 4. I don't know, right? Like, but
And you're thinking is like there's no points in the street.
Because that's one of my main instructors, because it was like my jiu-jitsu background was originally MMA, and then was more of like a sub-only style.
Okay.
And in Taiwan, like a lot of people they will get points and they will hold.
Yeah.
And I'm like, getting points and holding. My wife and I used to have this joke, right? Back in the day when I was a purple belt, there was only 2 results in my jiu-jitsu competitive career. I
Yeah.
lose by 24, or I win by submission, because I will let people pass my guard all the time just for me to freaking sub them.
Okay.
Right? And I kind of just want people to do that, because it's more, because here's my argument.
It sounds like more pure. It's not like, let me worry about these
Because
points.
Here's my argument. There's a lot of great jiu-jitsu guys whose jiu-jitsu doesn't seem so good in the MMA, because their whole life is holding people in their guard.
Okay.
If you hold Khabib in your guard, you're dead.
Yeah,
but
you're
there
dead.
are world champions out there where their whole bread and butter is an unpassable guard.
Yeah.
Khabib doesn't want to pass your guard. He wants to smash your face in.
Islam, Khabib, all the Dagestani guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
That's why the Dagestanians love when it's like a gi BJJ black belt with no submission, because they would just hold them in their guard and smash their face.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Which
for
is
sure.
a shame, because gi jiu-jitsu is a beautiful martial art, and I respect it a lot.
Yep.
But
it's a little bit more like geared toward a sport, maybe like an Olympic style thing. Yeah.
It's just, I think it's taking away from the martial arts a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a beautiful art to practice, but it's like a different sort of drawing, right?
I think in Taiwan the popular, one of the popular martial arts is Taekwondo, right? And so I also like I love to watch BJJ. I love to watch MMA. I love that UFC, ONE FC. And then sometimes when the Olympics is on, I'll watch Taekwondo, and I'll see these like little sort of push kicks and like little kicks, and I'm just like, oh, this guy's landing more, okay. And then results come, that person lost, and I'm just like, how did that person lose? It's like
yeah.
Well, that person lost, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm just looking around like, what? And I commentate. I do the commentary, right? So I'm like, oh, how the hell did this guy lose? Like, what the fuck's going on?
It's like the Olympic karate thing we talked about.
Yeah, you tap and then they're like, yeah.
Because
what?
karate is a beautiful martial art, right?
Sure.
I've been learning from shout out to Master Yen. Yeah, Master Yen was like, he's the Olympic Taiwanese Olympic karate's coach's dad. So he's like,
oh, wow.
OG.
Nice.
He still train with us every Monday and Thursday.
That's cool.
He's a true martial artist. He's crazy.
Okay.
But back in the day, he trains karate like the original way, like the hard KO way. As long as you bring it back, you can.
The Pride days.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, he's old and he's to go hard. Like, I'm like, what's going on with your hand and fingers? They're just like calluses everywhere.
Okay.
No. Going back to the whole martial art thing, right?
Yeah.
And karate is in many ways similar to Taekwondo too.
Yeah.
It's like a vicious game of tag.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. Like it's sort of tag, so to bring it back, show the intent that you brought it back, and the bringing back is more important than the touching.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why sometimes you see in Taekwondo, and that's how like
head kick and then they lose. Like,
exactly.
what?
That's how the Paris Olympics. You see a guy get a head kick to the ground.
Yeah.
And then the guy who got slept won gold because the other guy went too hard.
Yeah. You're like, what? This is the gold medal Olympic man. You think he's not supposed to go hard? Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. That's the problem.
So we're still gonna finish up on the Tapout Island, right?
Yeah.
So we're going August 30th. Can people come and watch? What's the details? So I'll definitely share the details below, but from your mouth,
so
tell me the details. August 30th. What's the plan? We get there at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
all
August
day?
30th, 10 a.m. And we're gonna be at Tenkong Elementary School Judo Hall.
Gotcha.
And then the super fight is gonna start around 4 p.m.ish. I have a couple of names lined up.
Okay.
And it's going to be a brown belt and above super fight, 10-minute rounds, catch rules.
Okay.
Right? And that's going to start around 4, and that's going to be in the wrestling room. Yeah,
okay.
So I rent out the judo hall and the wrestling room for both time slot.
Okay.
So then the super fight is $200 to watch, but if you compete, you get to watch the super fight for free.
Okay.
Right? Just something I'm doing for the community.
Yeah.
And then for the open tournament, 1,500 gets you 2 division and a free T-shirt, which I think is a great deal.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So it gets you 2 divisions and a free T-shirt, and the T-shirt is shout out to Virus is 100% made in Taiwan, Taiwanese brand, just supporting local industries.
Got to do it.
Yeah, gotta do it. Taiwanese brand supporting local industries.
Got it.
There's a T-shirt, and now the interesting thing about my tournament is that 1,500 gets you 2 divisions. So it's regardless of open or weight, gi or no gi. So you can be 77 kg no gi, 85 kg gi, or you can be like 75 kg, 77 kg gi, absolute no gi.
Okay.
It doesn't matter however you want to align it.
Okay.
Right?
So we're throwing out the points. Everything's sub only.
Yeah, everything is sub only, and
Got
it
it.
will be based on catch and aggression, right?
Okay.
And it says that I also really did enjoy this process of writing the rule set.
Okay.
And for the rule set, I'm gonna have like because I'm trying to bring the community together, but I want to take away the object. I want to take away the subjectivity away from it.
Okay.
So I'm always gonna have a neutral judge referee system.
Yes. Okay.
So let's say you are from Taiwan BJJ and I'm from AZ. We need to get somebody who's not from Taiwan BJJ or AZ too.
That's like World Cup style, right?
Exactly.
Mexico's playing Canada. You get a ref from Kazakhstan or something.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then
Got
that's
it.
how I'm gonna. And that's how. Oh, I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
that's how,
for sure.
That's how I'm gonna do the referee. And then so it's gonna be catch based, but there's still gonna be rules, right? Still gonna follow the JJIF International Federation rules.
Got it.
Right. So with brown belt and black belt, they're gonna be heel hooks. But then brown belt and under, there will be no heel hooks. It will still follow the JJIF rule set.
Got it.
and at the end of, if there's no point, it'll be based on catches. Catches are like as submission attempt as close to submission as possible.
Almost a submission. Almost got him. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then if you don't get it, and if you roll out,
there's a time limit then.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, got it.
So if you roll out of bounds in the middle of a submission, then your opponent gets a catch.
Oh,
right?
okay, got it.
So it forces you to be more active to see who wins.
Okay.
Right? So you will not win by holding close guard for 5 minutes.
Got it.
You'll
Yeah.
win. And then if there were no catches, it'll be based on aggression, and then intent, and then I try not to have golden scores, just to force the action during the 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And then if in the end, if there's no catch, no submission, since they all have 3 referees from 3 different teams, and then they will just make a decision together.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
Then nobody can be like, oh, the judging was biased because they're all like AZ guys.
Okay.
Right? They'll be like, no, these are 3 guys from 3 different teams, and they all think he was the more aggressive guy. He wins.
I think that's smart because I think judging is even in the UFC, that's the highest level, right?
Yeah.
There's still like people make mistakes. ONE FC, there's mistakes. Even WOTD, they have mistakes. Like it's hard. It's hard. So I think that's any sport. World Cup. Somebody makes a bad decision. Like everything, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely. I think it's good. Judging. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. So that's a good way to kind of like clamp that down a little bit.
It's something brand new. So it's like I'm gonna get. And that's why I needed to be on a redemption arc and talk to all the different gyms because I'll be like, hey guys, can you guys send individual guys over so then we can come up with a system? Yeah.
So I think that just trying to get all the gyms together on one page, that's already a mission.
Oh yeah, that's a
mission. How about inter-gym stuff? Is there must be beef, right?
Oh, there is beef.
There must be mad beef, right?
Yeah, there is mad beef. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip. Okay. We'll skip the beefs. Okay.
Most of it is from me too. It's
okay.
But here's the thing I'll say about gym beef, right?
Okay.
The thing is, sometimes eventually one of the guys, like me with Penny and Yuan Xiang and stuff, right? I think eventually one of these days to resolve the beef, just kind of have to bite down on your pride and be like, hey man, I'm in the wrong. I'm trying to do better. I'm not perfect. And also it's the fact that you gotta give it some time, right?
Yeah.
You gotta admit to the fact that, hey, just because you apologize doesn't mean things gonna turn out for the better.
Sure.
Now, there are some stuff that's because my stuff is pretty light. Steve is crazy. He's an asshole, right? He goes super hard at training.
Okay.
There's not a lot of other stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Okay.
There are some stuff that's irredeemable. But those are very few and far in between. And then thus far, I only heard about 2 incidents.
I've heard a few, and I'm not even in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, they're more. I'm trying to save people's faces.
Yeah. We're not going to say.
And one of them is from my gym, so I'm
Oh shoot! Okay.
One of them is from my gym. I'm like, all right, but those cases are few and far in between.
Gotcha. Okay.
If it's just alpha male inter gym struggles, it's like, hey, we were all crazy at one point. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong, and then we can all solve it, right? And the thing is, if I never back down my mouthpiece and apologize and try to do better, I don't think I'm able to get to the point I am today to pass out posters among the gyms and stuff.
Actually, when you apologize, it's a big step. It's like a big leadership thing, right? Sometimes, I have to be the leader, for my team and stuff like that. And sometimes I will make a mistake, and then I right away will apologize. And sometimes someone on my team will make a mistake, and they don't want to apologize, and I'll be like, I'll apologize. Oh, maybe I did this. Maybe next time we can do that, because some people, they're just no, it's that blame game. It's somebody else's fault. So just being able to apologize is already a huge step, man.
Yeah.
Very huge. Yeah. So tell me about, you're going to give me all the info. How can people sign up? Right?
Oh, yeah. So
give me the link. You'll give me the link. I'll put it in the description.
Yeah. The link will be in the description.
Yeah.
There's going to be a QR code, and later I'll maybe drop by a poster here.
Sure, of course, anytime.
Yeah. You can sign up through the QR code. You can also follow the Tapout Island Instagram page.
That's in the link. That's in the description for sure.
That's in the description. We're gonna And then, yeah, that's how you can sign up. You can
Okay.
you can bank transfer or pay the day of.
Okay.
Right, but just realize bank transfer is gonna be a little cheaper. It's like 1,500. If you pay the day
Yeah.
of, it's gonna be 1,800.
Yeah, because
but
you have to,
regardless,
yeah.
you gotta pre-register beforehand so we can do the brackets. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I think it's better to do it, or else you don't want people pulling out the last minute.
Exactly. I don't
That's
feel
gonna be a
pulling out
mess.
last minute.
That's a
Just
mess.
respect to
That's a mess.
to show each
Yeah,
other. Yeah.
yeah.
And also, yeah, it's easier for me to like judge the t-shirt size and everything too. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, you're doing kids classes, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about why should people put their kids in jiu-jitsu?
Ooh. So
That's the question.
This is a good question. Actually.
That's a good question. Yes. So let me ask it one more time. Why should people in Taiwan put their children in Brazilian jiu-jitsu?
I saw the Marshall and Dimitri episode.
Yeah.
My approach is a little different.
Sure.
I have a hard time running a kids program,
Got it. Okay.
and then I was like, why? I love kids, and then I realized it's the type of kids
Oh yeah.
that I'm teaching.
Okay. Well,
That I had a
maybe don't blast them, but okay.
No, not blasting
Okay,
kids.
yeah.
No, but it's a great turning. It's like that.
Okay.
It's actually really nice. I think every kid is a diamond in the rough, right?
Sure.
They just seem like little assholes.
Okay.
But hey, if you like, just be like, hey, it's just like really like, if you really take your time, I'm good with problematic kids.
Okay.
I'm good with kids that parents don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
Like those are the kids I'm good at teaching. Or the other is the kids who need confidence, and I instill that confidence in them.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not good at the in between kid, right? So like.
So you're
because-
good with the extremes.
Yeah, exactly. So
No confident
so
and then like
I
over
used to
hyper.
teach.
Okay.
Wow, yeah. I'll just mention name. I teach like little assholes, and now I'm like, you're now not little assholes anymore.
Yeah.
Very
for
nice.
Sure. Yes.
Right? Like, because, and I was like, why? And I was like, oh no, you are a spoiled kid just like me. I know what
I
you're
know you.
thinking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know you. I am you.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm you in 20 years or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's the most important thing, and that's why kids should learn jujitsu, right?
Yeah.
Kids should learn jujitsu is not because of the arm bars and the chokes, all that. It's to like a comes full circle to the losing thing.
Yeah.
Learning to lose, right? Learning humility and learning to lose is way more important than any lesson.
For sure.
Actually, here's a conflict. I have one story, right?
Go for it.
I have this parent. Okay, shout out to this parent.
Oh,
This
God, okay.
horrible. No, but this I don't know. I'll take your because you're a
Yeah.
dad yourself. So
Sure,
I
I
wanna
am,
I'll take your advice on this because there was this parent I was teaching.
Teaching the kid of the-
his
okay.
kid is 5.
Yeah, got it.
He says my kid doesn't apologize until he realizes he's wrong.
Oh, fuck, okay. No, you're an idiot. I mean,
Yeah,
is
and-
this person
and-
still there or no?
No.
Okay,
He
so that
he left. So
that person's an idiot and doesn't know how to. Yeah.
It's the time when he sees me, I try to be over pleasing. I'm like, all right,
That's-
I will go through with this Andrew Tate bullshit you're going with. all right?
Yeah.
He's like, unless my kid realizes he is in the wrong,
No. Fuck
he doesn't
that.
apologize. And I'm like, but jujitsu is a very physical thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you pinch each other, hey, say sorry. Pinch,
Yeah,
say sorry, shake
yeah,
hands,
of course.
give
You
each
get
other a
kicked in the nuts or something. Sorry. Yeah.
hug. And he's holding on my whole class because he's not allowing me
Oh, it's the worst. Yeah.
to make the kid apologize. And I lost my shit a little bit
Yeah,
because because
yeah.
you are taking away one of the greatest tools I can teach a kid.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Of course.
Even apologize when you don't feel like you did anything wrong is a very important lesson.
Huge.
But his dad doesn't agree with such
Oh.
sentiment, and he screamed at me.
The dad.
Yeah, the dad
Oh my
screamed
God.
at me because I was like, all right. I was like, and then that's what like I closed my kid program, and I relaunched it again. I'm gonna in the future I'm trying to do something new, but then that's how I eventually like this kid left my program because like, and I was for a while I was like, oh maybe I was in the wrong, and then the
No.
more I think about it, I'm like, no, because how is a kid not gonna learn to apologize?
No.
Because I don't know what's the new. I don't have a kid yet, right? We're like.
Yeah. Understand.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm like, I don't know what kind of new style of teaching. Maybe it's just something that I was missing.
Yeah. No.
Because the way it's like the fucking Kool-Aid he's feeding me. The way he was explaining it to me, I'm like,
Yeah.
you do make sense.
Yeah.
Kids should understand they are wrong and apologize from the heart. But on the other hand, I'm like, wait, he's 5.
Yeah, he does. So I will quickly respond to this. So I coached soccer for a long time. I have my own kid, right? And I coached soccer and I taught English for a long time. And I've had this situation many times. It's harder when it's English because the kid doesn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
Right? The kid's just like, you can't punish me because I don't care about this class.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say, okay, you're not playing the game at the end of class, and the kid will be like, who cares? With soccer, it's more similar to jiu-jitsu, where I'd be like, okay, this guy, you need to, whatever, apologize. And he'd be like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm like, okay, you need to run a lap. No, I'm not going to run a lap. Okay, you need to run 2 laps. Okay, no, I'm not going to run. I'm not going to run 2 laps. And I would stop everybody. And I'd be like, now everybody's running 2 laps.
Oh,
and
God.
they're like looking at him like, you little motherfucker, you know? And then I'm like, he has to run with you guys or it doesn't count. And then they're like, you fuck. And then they grab him and then they make him run. And I'm like, you guys want to keep running? And I'm like, I could just, and I'll just like lay down, like put the ball up as a pillow and be like, you guys can run all day if you want. I'm not going to stress. So they'd be like running and I'm like, you guys done? And I'm like, you can apologize? And they'd be like, yeah. I'm like, oh, if you don't want to, we can keep running. No problem. With jiu-jitsu, I would have put him with Bob.
Yeah, I would put that kid with Bob. No,
you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, okay.
It's trying to balance like my Western ideology with my Taiwanese people pleasingness.
Sure.
Because like sometimes the Taiwanese kid can be like, oh yeah, Taiwan's like a very it's like a very polite language. Like 不好意思方便的话 it's like 哦对好我理解哦 like I understand your perspective and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's tough. But you have to I think no. So when it's a kid, he has to apologize. He has to, or else everybody's going to be like, it's like when you have a team, when you have a family, it'd be like, oh, this guy, next time I'm not apologizing, right? So all of a sudden nobody's apologizing. All of a sudden nobody's listening. It just everything just goes downhill.
Yeah, and
I agree.
And actually, turning back to the gym beef thing. See, I love when a plan comes together. Everything comes full circle.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times, a lot of the small gym beefs can just be resolved by people apologizing.
Yeah,
but then
for sure.
I understand it's like an alpha industry, right? People keep. I'm a big victim to this too. Everybody flex on the medal over each other. They flex on the wins they had. They flex on the things they achieved.
Sure. Because it's a very
and then, so like nobody really ended up apologizing to anybody, and then they'd be like, "No, why should I apologize? You did this, I did this. I feel like you're right, you're in the wrong. I ain't gonna be a bitch."
Yeah.
Right.
I
and
get that.
It's like everybody's on that Nick Diaz vibe. Everybody's like, "No, fuck you. I ain't gonna be a bitch."
Be killed.
Yeah. It's like.
Yeah.
It's like I ain't no bitch. Like no one, and then eventually, then nobody's gonna work together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. It's it
hurts everybody. Actually,
it hurts everybody if you just bite on. Must be like, hey, dude, I'm crazy. I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong.
You know what's funny? When I coach soccer, it was a similar thing.
Yeah.
And I think like MMA, BJJ, these are probably like the toughest guys.
Yeah.
Right. And then soccer is probably the opposite end of the spectrum. Right.
Yeah.
Like you see. World Cup and people diving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of. Like, I remember I was coaching one time, and my team was pretty good. This was way back, and we're playing this other team. It was raining. We were still playing, warming up, blah blah blah. The other team was hiding in the undercover area. They didn't want to get wet.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. I told the guy, this is the part of the tournament. I'm like, are we playing or what's going on? The ref says, come out, play. And so within like 5 minutes, it's like 8-0 for us, right?
Uh-oh.
So what I do is I take all my start guys off and I put all the other guys on.
Yeah.
Right? I just put like the guys that don't get to play as much in the tournament. I'm like, you guys are playing the whole game. And so some of them are like not coordinated, blah, 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 very well. And it's raining.
Yeah.
So one guy slips and he kicks one of the other kids. And then the coach of the other team, he's already embarrassed. He's like 12-0, right?
Yeah.
And so he comes, he starts screaming at like my kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, relax. He slipped. It's raining. And then he starts screaming at me. I'm like, you can scream at me. It doesn't bother me. But don't scream at the kid.
Yeah.
Right? And then he was like right in my face. He's like, you don't know how to coach, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever you want. And he just, at the end of the game, I think it was like 12 or 15-0, whatever. It was something stupid. But at the end of the game, he lost huge face. He was a Taiwanese guy, right?
Yeah,
and
face is important.
Face is huge, right? So like even like what I was putting my stuff away, going back to the scooter, he comes out and he starts yelling at me, and the parents are like, hey, the parents of his kids are staring at me, parents of my kids, and he's like a typical like, I'd say like an older middle-aged guy, glasses, balding, like a nerdy guy.
Been those before.
And I'm just like, okay, I'm like, man, you have to stop. And then he's like, I'm like, hey, everyone has a limit, dude. So if you're gonna get in my face and you're gonna, then, I'm not the toughest guy, but I'm tougher than you, So for sure, unless you're some secret ninja, then come on, right? Just take it easy. This is a kid's game, right?
Yeah.
So it was crazy. So, but some people, they get crazy, man.
Yeah.
They get like snapped.
And
what are you doing?
And I think the biggest thing sometimes about apology is that one, you gotta come from the heart, and two, you gotta. I think it's an adult thing to realize if you apologize.
Yeah.
I learned this too, like the hard way, right?
Yeah.
Even if you apologize, they are not. As Canadians, we usually be like, oh, no problem, right?
Yeah.
But as an adult, you come to realize that sometimes apology doesn't guarantee a forgiveness.
No, for sure.
And-
Yeah.
And you have to be mature enough to realize that and just maybe let it stew a little bit.
Yeah.
Try again in the future. Right?
Yeah.
Because I try to make amends for my previous sins to a lot of people, but then not all of them turns out well.
No, for sure.
But then you got to extend that first step, then at least you get a step towards the right direction.
Yeah. What you do is when you apologize, you've done what you can do.
Yeah.
If they don't accept it, if they don't want to move forward, you can only control yourself. Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree, man. I think that's the right thing. It's crazy though, but that's a skill that is not taught, and it's something that we all need to learn, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not taught in schools, and a lot of families apparently they don't teaching it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if your 5-year-old doesn't have to apologize when he screwed up, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Even when you feel like
Yeah.
you're in the right or you're in the wrong, you apologize, and then you let it stew. You feel like you did
You're
your
like,
part. The
I'm
guy
done.
can still scream back at you.
Yeah, you'd be like,
right?
okay, whatever you
because
want, dude.
you're a nice guy, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've seen to go back to the soccer example.
Yeah.
I don't know. If the guy comes up and like, hey Eddie, I'm in the wrong. You'll probably be like, yes.
I'd be like, my man, all good.
Exactly.
Whatever
because
you need.
we're Canadian, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
let's say-
exactly. Yeah.
But let's say he slap you in the face and he just sends you a text message, be like, hey, I'm sorry,
Okay.
bro.
Physical slap? No. Like a okay.
Yeah, like a
Oh, like a physical slap.
And then he'll be like, hey, I apologize, and like obviously you gotta be sincere, right? If you just say, hey, you, and then at
That's
that
a tough
point,
one. If
and
it's
then-
physical, it's tough. Yeah,
and
that's
then see,
tough.
at
Yeah,
that
yeah.
point, you have the right to go, all right. I don't have to accept your apology.
I'd be like, yeah, dude, stay away from me. I don't want nothing to do with you ever again.
Yeah.
Type deal. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah. That's a tough one. Yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean, there's all these kids and the parents around. I'm like, you want to fight me in front of your kids? This is crazy. Like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had that situation a few times, but
Yeah.
I've lost 12-0. I'm not going to go over and be like, yeah, you're a shitty coach. I'm like, I just lost 12-0. What are you talking about?
12-0.
What are you talking about?
Losing is a part of life, yeah.
It's a part of life. What do you want? Yeah. What are the top 3 tips that you have now? That's top 3 things that you wish you knew going from a BJJ guy to an entrepreneur. Top three things you wish
top 3
you.
things. That's a great question.
Yeah. You can give me 1 or 2 or 3.
No,
3 would be good.
I want to give 3.
Okay, let's go
be
3.
loaded.
Maybe 3 things you wish you knew, right? Oh, if somebody just told me this before I opened my gym, I could have saved, heartache.
You know what?
Shoot.
First one is jiu-jitsu is a product like anything else.
Sure.
What everybody use out of that product is different,
Okay.
right?
Agree.
For example, like cheese. Jiu-jitsu is like cheese,
I love it.
right? Before people think jiu-jitsu is this cure-all thing. Like, I'm sad, I do jiu-jitsu. I have a problem with the wife, I do jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is on this meta of, this is everything cure.
Got it.
That's not. It's like cheese, right? Some people use cheese to make pizza. Some people use cheese to make tortillas. Some people use cheese to make nachos. Some people use cheese to make sandwiches. It's cheese.
Yeah.
Same thing with jiu-jitsu. Some people, it's the hardest thing for me to learn, right? Before I was like, you guys say you guys want to win. Why are you guys not doing things to win? Right? And the easier I realize that, the faster I realize that, the easier it is to sell my product. Because if I only train people who do jiu-jitsu with the same level of intensity and commitment that I do, I'll have 3 students.
That's a 1%er. Yeah.
No, don't call it
Maybe,
1%er. That's too much. But
I mean, like, I know what you mean. Like, For example, for me, let's say I'll be example. If I go to jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
I'm a middle-aged white belt.
Yeah.
I'm not going to compete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm trying not to get injured. I'm trying to exercise or whatever.
Yeah.
So then I probably wouldn't fit into the like I want to be. I want to fight Hamza. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I know
But
what you
then-
mean. Yeah.
but in the-
it's an example. Yeah.
But then,
So
to
the
go
re-
a little deeper into that is
Sure.
that sometimes they don't even know what jiu-jitsu means to them.
Mm.
Because I think that's one of the problems I had. I take things too literally. I
Okay.
literally have some student come in and be like, I want to fight MMA in 3 years. I was like, all right. And you fucking show up like once a week and you get murked. And you're like, all right, you're not.
Yeah.
And then they go compete and then lose. And I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
right. So that's one of the first thing I learned. Jiu-jitsu is different things to different people. It's not a cure-all tour. It's like anything else. It means different things to different people. How
Gotcha.
people utilize it is different.
Got it.
That's the first
Okay.
tip.
Okay.
And that's the second tip, the great one. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Ryan Fernandez of Kaohsiung BJJ.
Kaohsiung BJJ. I met him. He seems like a really good guy.
Yeah. So one of the major tips he gave me, and I think this is very important. He's like, you're not in the teaching business. You're in the vibe business. Just have a good vibe, and then the student will come. And I'm like, good vibe. But I think it's similar to the restaurant business, right?
Very. Yes.
We can be right now chatting in restaurant Gordon Ramsay London.
Yeah.
And it will be a hard time, right? It's just like, oh, the food is tiny, and then like
Yeah.
we'll be mad at each other. But you run a great business here is because the vibe is important.
It's pretty important for sure. Yeah.
And like obviously the product has to be good.
It does. Yeah.
The product has to be good, but then the vibe is the most important.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Like when you are in the people business,
Yes.
the vibe is the most important.
Yeah.
Like
How you
having
make people feel. They come here, they feel like, oh, I like this vibe. Yeah.
yeah, like I like this vibe. So that's the second most important thing. And the third most important thing I learned this from my wife
Ooh.
is so before I was like, yeah, why is the gym not doing well? Like weeks ago, she goes, so I don't know if you do this, Eddie. It's like, do you know Duolingo?
Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Of course
so
I know it.
Duolingo
Yeah.
have the streak thing because
Oh, yeah.
constantly keep going.
Momentum. Yes.
Exactly. And it's one of the greatest tips she gave me is that greatness doesn't come from like you doing all of a sudden, because maybe my burst of ADHD, like a burst, I do a lot of things at once and I rest.
Okay.
So it's not like that. It's consistent. It's consistency day after day, even the most
Yes.
boring thing.
Yes.
Right? And it's kind of like the Vince thing, right? It's like pulling a slingshot.
Yep.
If you pull it back every day, eventually the rubber's gonna snap and the rock's gonna go forward.
Yes.
Right?
I agree.
And it's about consistency. So just doing small little things repeatedly every day. The best example is this, right? Everybody knows like my teacher, Professor Imanari.
Yeah.
He is super famous in jiu-jitsu. Like,
Yeah.
the mat is packed.
Okay.
He rolls everybody, and he's like very famous. Like every time I go to tournament,
Minari roll, man. Tony Ferguson.
Like every time I go to tournament with him, like he like bows and like everybody bows, shake his hand. It takes like half an hour to get out of the arena because he'll just get stopped like a rock star, right?
Yeah.
Despite him being like this, he's the only one that cleans the mats every day.
Wow.
Regardless.
Very humble.
Yeah, he doesn't even make a big deal out of it. He's like, oh, I gotta clean the mats. He has students who will be dying to clean the mat. Like I will ask to clean the mat. He's like, no, he just do it himself, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's that repeated consistency.
Yeah.
That like takes me. He's just like, yeah, I just like to do this every day myself, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't do this sensei thing or be like, I'm the sensei, you clean the mat, and I learned that too, right?
Yeah.
And it goes something as outroverted as doing Instagram posts every day to something some people don't see, like cleaning the gym every day.
Yeah.
You know, doing small consistent things every day that people don't see is eventually what's gonna make a difference. Yeah.
Okay. It's like building a house, right? Every little brick.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
Little brick. It's funny because I have a lot of interviews with some of the biggest YouTubers in Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
And I've been doing it about as long as them.
Yeah.
And mine's kind of like super slow growth, but I do it. First of all, I love it, right? But I've been doing it for like 5 or 6 years, like once a week.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
If I stop, like I did stop a couple weeks ago, but sometimes I'll do 2 in a week,
Yeah.
right? So it kind of balances out. But people will just be like, you know, why don't you take a break? And I'm like, because if I stop, then, you know, I take 1 week off and I'll take 2 weeks off. Then I feel like, I can start up again like next month. Like, for example, good example. I have this software where after the podcast is done, I take the audio and I put it on this software, and the software distributes it to, you know, iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff, right? And so I stopped doing that a little while ago, and I've been procrastinating to start it up again.
Oh.
So this is like 311.
Yeah.
But the audio only stuff on Spotify, it's on like 252 or something like that. Because I stopped. And then I just keep saying, next week I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Next week. So then it's like I got like 50 weeks. It's almost a year, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, shoot, I got to go back on there. So then I have to take like a half day and just schedule them out. So it's crazy, man. So the momentum is huge.
Yeah, the momentum is huge. Yeah.
Yeah. We got actually, before we go, got a question here.
We got a question.
Silver Daddy. Oh, hey, it's Canadian Silver Daddy. Side note, I did not know I walked by your restaurant in Tiamu when I was on the way to Dreamers Coffee last June to meet a friend after flying in from Vancouver. Oh, there you go.
All right.
Very cool.
Shout out to BC. Yeah.
BC,
exactly.
man. Yeah, that's what's up.
But I'm on
that's
the
really
East
cool.
Coast, though, so.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny because somebody was asking me, like, oh, have you been to Toronto? So for me, being in Canada, like I've been here for so long, but when I grew up in Canada, domestic flights were so expensive. Maybe I don't know if they're cheaper now. They're probably not. Right? They're not, right?
They're not.
So they were so expensive. So
For me to fly from Toronto to Vancouver
is more.
Is almost more than Vancouver to Tokyo.
Yes, it's crazy. For me, as a kid, growing up there, Vancouver to Toronto was way more expensive than Vancouver to Mexico.
Yeah.
A lot more. So we never went. We always go to Mexico.
Because the Great White North is huge. That's why.
It's massive, yeah. From my hometown to Vancouver, it's a 16-hour drive. Same province. It's crazy, man.
16-hour drive.
We're almost Alaska. We're almost in Alaska up there. It's crazy.
Because almost in Alaska?
Almost, yeah. We're a few hours from Alaska. We're way up there, yeah.
Wow, so it's closer to go to America than it is going to...
It is, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Alaska, there's not much going on up there, but yeah, definitely. It's fun. We've been up there many times. The glaciers, well, they're smaller now than when I was growing up. Do you have anything you want to say before we call it, my man?
No, actually, Eddie, I just want to ask you. Let's say, give me 3 tips.
Yes.
If you give me 1 tip as an entrepreneur to take me to you, what would you say?
I think the consistency is big.
Yeah.
I think never stop learning, right? Like I think that some people, even myself, I've been guilty of it. You know, you get to a spot and then you're pretty good.
Yeah.
You think, okay, making some money, things are pretty good, and then they just kind of stop learning.
Yeah.
But I think that like now with things that are growing, like let's take AI for example.
Yeah.
Like now I'm starting to learn AI stuff because my wife does a lot of the paperwork, stuff like that. And there's a lot of things that AI can replace. Some stuff, flipping tacos, and that, of course, not yet, right?
Yeah.
But like paperworky stuff, I'm trying to learn that, you know. And another crazy thing, my daughter, she went to local school her whole life. Yeah. Junior high is crazy in Taiwan. You went to school in Canada, right?
Yeah.
So Canada.
No, I went to junior high here? In Beijing. I did international school in Beijing, yeah.
But my daughter goes to public school.
Yeah.
It's like 12, 13-hour days. So we actually just applied. Well, I've been looking for a while. So we're going to do like a hybrid system.
Yeah.
So she's going to go there for Chinese and math.
Yeah.
And then the English, I have this program with this lady.
Yeah.
With me and this lady will take care of her. And then the other stuff, we're going to work on like financial stuff and AI and stuff like that. So I'm working on this cool thing. And that kind of is pushing me out of my comfort zone. When she got accepted, I was like, oh shit! I was half expecting, because you have to apply to the government.
Okay.
And then they have to give you an okay, or else you can't. So I was half expecting to be rejected, and then being like, hey, we tried, boop, go back to school. But I see this public school system kind of draining my 12, 13-year-old kid.
Yeah.
It's like draining the life out of this kid. So we're going to try something different. And so it's kind of pushing me out.
So you're going to do like a hybrid homeschool thing?
Yeah, like a hybrid homeschool, online-y homeschooly thing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're starting this week, actually. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's
something different, right? Because you see, I know that some kids will thrive in the public school system, a small percent. but she's not one of them. And she's very, very like, she's very good at certain things like communication and stuff like. She's good at the stuff that's not measured in school, and then her school marks are okay. But yeah, we're gonna try something different. Yeah. So for me, anyways, long story short, I think just keep learning. Always keep learning. I've always tried to buy books, try to make things better. I prefer now audiobooks or YouTube. Like YouTube's got everything.
Yeah, YouTube got everything.
I mean, I remember like 15 years ago, a buddy, he opened a pizza place downtown, and he had his own brick oven. I'm like, holy crap! How the hell did you learn brick oven? And he's like, YouTube. And I'm like, holy crap. So you want, that's crazy. So yeah, I mean, learn all this stuff, all this live streaming stuff, again, on YouTube. So yeah, I think keep learning, always keep learning.
All right,
there's no stop. There's no stop.
I love
You're going to get that black belt soon, brother.
Let's hope.
If you guys,
it'll be another 5 years, maybe
if you guys want to check out August 30th, Tapout Island, I will have a link for you to register, but I also have a link for you to come, get a ticket, come and check it out. I'll have all the details below. Yeah. Don't forget to support this man. Follow Tapout Island on Instagram.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Eddie. Another great pod.
We'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you, man.
3, 2, 1.
Take care.
Thank you everybody for watching Eddy's show. We feel only happiness, don't feel any sorrow. Welcome everybody to watch more on his contact. Eddy Live Podcast. Eddy Live Podcast.